Look, the worst part about business travel is worrying about my wife and kids at home alone. My family's safety is my responsibility. That's why I started researching home security. I called the big alarm companies, checked online, even looked at doing it myself. But the best technology for the best price came from Vivint. They even won the Consumer's Digest Best Buy Award. Yes, Vivint gives me a complete security system, but it does even more. Vivint's video technology is unreal. I can see what's going on in my home right from my smartphone, tablet, or computer. I can even lock the doors remotely if my kids forget. Best yet, I got Vivint's no equipment costs and free install deal. $1,300 worth of camera and security equipment at no charge. Vivint was the easy choice for my family's safety.
Take control of your family's safety with Vivint. Order now for up to $1,500 in security equipment at no charge. Just pay as little as $99 for activation. Plus, call now and installation is free. Call 877-205-0849. 877-205-0849. 877-205-0849. Restrictions apply. 48 or 60-month agreement at minimum. $49.99 per month required. Not available in Louisiana. See Vivint.com for license numbers.
Hello, good evening, everyone. You are tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager. I am Chere Cofield, your host, and I am hoping that the beginning of your week has been amazing. I hope your Monday started out with a lot less stress than what you're used to. If not, we're going to help you to unwind and de-stress, get rejuvenated for the rest of your week so you can be the most productive you can be. If this is your first time tuning in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, this is an hour all about you. That's right. It's an hour show all about relaxation, rejuvenation, and education. We're guaranteed to give you some key factors that you'll need in your life to help you live that happy, healthy, harmonious lifestyle and also reduce some stress. No matter what walk of life we're from, we all have stress, but it's all about how you manage it. If you manage your stress properly, then you can live that happy, healthy, harmonious lifestyle. Listen, I have two amazing guests this evening that are going to pour into you and give you some healthy tips today. My first guest is going to be Miss Janyce Jefferson, and she's with Colgate-Palmolive, and she's going to give us some tips about having that winning smile and making sure that we keep our kids from getting cavities over the summer because they sit in front of that TV and that game and they snack on a bunch of stuff. She's going to give us some healthy tips about having that winning smile. And then our second guest is going to be our Total Woman Wellness owner, Delayna K. Watkins. She's going to talk to us about Women's Wellness Week and talk about things that we should do as women in order to maintain our health because we are, as women, more predisposed to having heart attacks than men are. 1 in 3 women have heart attacks every day. So it's something that we definitely need to take seriously. Before we get started with our show, I just want to mention a couple of our sponsors for Stress Less Radio. We have Maybe Healthy Radio Network. We also have Caprice Smith, the Uncuffed Living Expert, and then, of course, Chere Cofield International, which is my company. They're all sponsors, as well as Adam and Eve. So we have some amazing sponsors. Make sure you take time to look them up and show them some love. Without them, we wouldn't be on the air. Again, you're tuned into Stress Less Radio, an hour of relaxation, rejuvenation, and education. So whatever it is that you sip on to make you feel relaxed, whether it's your glass of wine, your tea, your coffee, whatever it is, we want you to get that now, stick your heels up, and tune into this amazing show that we're going to have this evening. Now, each week on Stress Less Radio, we give you some ideas of some things to do in the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area, not to neglect anyone else, but it's just because that's the area where I am. And so I know all the happenings in the area, and I want to share it with you. So there are some amazing events coming up in the area. One is the Playtime is Over conference. That's coming up November 6th and 7th. Cheryl Wood and Powers is putting this together, and she had some heavy hitters that are going to be speaking. We have Mickey Taylor, she's the editor-at-large of Essence Magazine, and she's actually going to be the keynote speaker for this conference. We have Christina Boeri. She's the president and CEO of Reston Limousine. She's going to be there. Then you have the News and Community Affairs Director for Radio 1, Ebony McMorris, is going to be there. And then also you're going to have Lisa Bradley. She's going to be talking about mindset and money success, and she's an expert in her area of money truths, as well as Brett Jeffrey. She's the associate producer of Harpo Studios. She's going to be there. So we have some amazing speakers that are going to definitely teach us some stuff at this conference. And then also I'll be a speaker. I'll be there talking about making sure you take care of yourself no matter what business you're in, no matter what type of job you have. You have to take care of yourself. You have to make sure that you're managing your stress. So make sure you go to ptioconference.com if you're interested in being a part of that conference and going to that 2-day conference. Also, on Saturday, June the 13th, there's a Stressless evening that's going on. There's going to be an evening featuring distinguished men of soul. You're going to have Kevin Jackson, Mark Evans, and Marcel Russell. They're sultry singers and guitarists. And let me tell you, they're going to be in the Owings Mills area. I am so excited because I'm going to be the MC for that event. But if you're interested, go to womenschallenge.net. womenschallenge.net. So it's just going to be a great evening at the Gordon Center for Performing Arts on June 13th, and I'll be there. So I would love to see you there. Come up, say hello. Let me know that you are listening in every week to Stress Less Radio. Also, there is a free Wealthy Artist Summit that's coming up. If you want to grab a free spot, I'm one of the speakers talking about total person stress management. Go to thewealthyartistsummit.com, thewealthyartistsummit.com, and this summit is going to help you to break the starving artist mold, tap into your confidence, and take control of your career or your business, whichever one it is that you have. So make sure, if you need to see any of those, be sure to visit me on my website, ChereCofieldInternational.com. That's ChereCof as in Frank, IELD, international.com. And if you go to my website and just go to the upcoming events, you can click on the flyers and you'll see everything that's going on in the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area. Also, go to my website anyway. We have some changes that we've made to the website, and I'm really excited about it. The website's been updated with new information. Make sure you sign up for the Stress Less monthly newsletter and take the stress quiz. Find out what your stress score is and find out what you need to do to live that happy, healthy, harmonious lifestyle that we're going to be talking about throughout the show. Now, each week, also, you can also reach me also on social media under Chere Cofield, INT. Each week on Stress Less Radio, I give you a Stress Less tip of the week. That's right, we have a Stress Less tip that helps you to make it through your work week. So this week's Stress Less tip is to mind your own business. I know if somebody out there is cracking up laughing like, no, she didn't just say that. Yes, I did. Mind your own business. Guess what? We all have stuff. We all have junk. We all have things going on. And if we're focused on improving our own lives and working on our own issues and problems, we don't have time to add the stress on of worrying about anybody else's. So guess what? Mind your own business this week. That's going to help you to stress less. If anybody asks you who said it, tell them Chere Cofield, the stress manager, said it. Mind your own business. The relaxation destination of the week, if this is your first time tuning in to the show, each week we give you a destination so you can use for your creative visualization exercises. Now, creative visualization is where you take yourself on a mini mental vacation. So you're going through some stuff as we all do. And so sometimes you just want to get away, but you may not be able to financially or, get away, or you may not be able to actually take yourself and take off work or get away from your business to go on a physical vacation, but you can go on a mini mental vacation. So this week's relaxation destination, when you're doing your creative visualization and you're closing your eyes and you're taking your deep breaths and you're imagining yourself somewhere other than where you're stressed out, this week we want you to go to Fiji. That's right. to Fiji. They have over 333 tropical islands, and they're located in the heart of the South Pacific. The weather there is beautiful. It's 76 to 80 degrees in the daytime, and in the evenings it's around 70. So that weather sounds perfect to me. So I would love to lay up on one of those tropical islands and just take in listen to the sounds of the water and the ocean just brushing against the shore, stick my feet in the sand, close my eyes, take some deep breaths, and just relax and let the breeze just blow through my hair. So that's what we want you to do all throughout the week when you're feeling stressed out. Just take a moment, sit back, relax, think about Fiji, think about which one of those 333 islands that you would love to be posted up on, looking great with your fabulous self to de-stress. So again, stress less tip of the week, mind your own business. You have enough stuff of your own to worry about. Don't add unnecessary stress by worrying about other people's business. And then the relaxation destination is Fiji. They have 333 tropical islands located right in the heart of South Pacific, and it's about 76 to 80 degrees during the day and 70 in the evening. So get to relaxing, get to de-stressing. Now, as I mentioned, we have two fabulous, fabulous guests for this evening's show. And the first guest is Miss Janyce Jefferson, and she's currently the dental hygiene coordinator for the Colgate-Palmolive Bright Smiles, Bright Futures National and International Mobile Dental Van Program. And she's with the Washington team. But I met Janyce a couple years ago, and I was reaching out, and she so graciously said yes to me that she would bring the Colgate dental van out to the Let's Get Serious Expo, and it was a hit. She pulled this big Winnebago up, and she said, we're here, and you couldn't miss them, and they were fabulous. They were a great hit at the Let's Get Serious Expo, and the kids, they did free dental screens for the children, gave them goodie bags with toothbrushes and all, and then, of course, we had to have them back. So we had them this year at the Let's Get Serious Expo, the 5th annual Let's Get Serious Expo this year, and again, they provided a team to provide free dental screens for the children, and so we are very, very grateful for Colgate-Palmolive's Bright Smiles, Bright Futures dental van being a part of the expo every year. But this lady, she's not only gorgeous on the outside, but she has a winning personality. She's so beautiful and gorgeous. I would love to introduce everyone to my dear friend, Janyce Jefferson. Hi, Janyce. How are you?
And thank you for all that you do to promote health, wellness, and stressing less. I'm not in the Fiji Islands, but I am with Colgate Dental Van down in Virginia Beach Tidewater area. So we are stressing less down here as we work hard.
All right. I love it. I love it. Now, I always tell everyone that smiling, it takes away, even if you're stressed, if you smile at someone else, you tend to take some of their stress away because smiling is contagious. But I always say, well, make sure when you're smiling that you don't have jacked up teeth. So we want you to talk to us. We want you to talk to us about having that winning smile. Tell us some things to keep our teeth healthy. Talk to us, Janyce. Do your thing.
Thank you so much, Chere. Thanks for everything.
You're welcome.
Yes, Chere is absolutely correct. Smiling does take less energy and less muscles, and you do feel good. It is contagious, and it is a big stress buster. What we are focusing on right now is promoting summer madness, how parents should combat summer madness. It's almost time for the school year to end. The children will be free and easy, so to speak. I know many will be in summer camp and basketball camp, sports camp, horse riding camp, and they will be probably on a different regimen. They may forget to brush sometimes. They may be eating more sweet treats more. They may just be slightly off kilter, off their normal school time regimen of taking care of their bodies and their teeth. So what I'm promoting for parents is how to combat summer madness. And I got 5 tips that I'd like to share. Start with number 5 first. Your children need about 5 fruits every day in their daily diet. And the way that it works best is if you think in threes, and if you think in color. Say, for instance, peaches, blueberries, and raspberries. That's 3 of the 5 right there that a child could have for breakfast. Let's look at apples, pears, and grapes. We're at 6 already. That's the lunchtime portion of fruit. If you wanted to add one more, how about watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew melon? We're up to 9. So it's easy if you're thinking in color and if you're thinking in threes. All right, that takes care of the 5 fruits. Let's go to number 4, most important thing I can share with parents about summer to combat summer madness. We need 4 vegetables a day. So let's apply the color rule, 3 colors, and 3 fruits. To do that, carrots, broccoli, cauliflower. Heavy-duty antioxidant fruit, vegetables. They combat a lot. Low in fat, no fat, as a matter of fact, no sugar, they're natural sugar, and excellent for the body. Let's look at peas, carrots, and corn. That's a nice combination, sort of like a succotash with a little bit more. All right, we can even those in. So those are we're up to 6 already, and all we need is 4. So if we think in threes, if we think in colors, we can get our children right on target and ourselves right on target with the fruits and vegetables that we need to supply the body with nutrients, vitamins, minerals, low fat, no sugar, okay? Moving on to number 3. Number 3, parents, let's get our children and ourselves 3 toothbrushes. 3 toothbrushes, 1 for after breakfast, 1 for the backpack they're going to be taking to their summer camp, or their pocketbook if they're working, and 1 for bedtime. So those 3 toothbrushes, you get a lot of mileage out of 3. Just like you have more than 1 pair of shoes, the more toothbrushes you have, the longer they all last. And you're going to check them every 3 months to make sure that the bristles are still standing tall. If they're leaning in any way, if they're scratching you in any way, use that toothbrush for a hobby, a craft, or for cleaning around the house. It's no longer a viable toothbrush for you. It's not good. It will scratch you. It won't do the job. Okay? And pets, believe it or not, pets will need their own toothbrushes as well. And we never read family members within school circles. Yeah, too many germs. So that's what we recommend, soft bristles, nice ergonomic handle, something that a child can physically hold firmly and get the job done. And also for a senior or anyone, for that matter, a nice ergonomic handle. If you look at your toothbrushes today, they are pretty long in length, and they usually have a dip or a finger rest or thumb rest somewhere in the middle of the brush. That's where your thumb goes, and then your fingers wrap around gently. It's usually a slip-proof handle, and the bristles are soft, nylon. Those are the best bristles for your teeth and gums so that they don't cause any damage to the enamel and so that they don't cause any damage to the gums and so that they do the job that they're designed to do, and that's remove plaque without hurting and scratching you. Now, Chere, this is the latest. We have been wetting our toothbrushes, started out with a hard nylon that needed to be wet before you put your toothpaste on. So now we're not recommending that. We've been wetting our toothbrushes for 60 years because no one told us not to. I'm telling you not to do that anymore because the bristles are soft. They don't need to be wet. There's enough saliva in the mouth that will get enough saliva and cleaning effect going so that you don't need to wet your bristles. Your wet bristles will not get off as much plaque as a toothbrush that starts off dry. The only time you wet your bristles is when you rinse the toothbrush off. That's it. And then by the time you use it again for that time period, it may be your nighttime brush. You're not going to use it again if you have 3 brushes until 24 hours later. And the same for the breakfast. If you use your breakfast brush for only breakfast, you'll wet it at the end to rinse it off. You'll use it 24 hours later for the next. That's why we need those 3 brushes. They all last longer, and you start off dry with them as opposed to a damp, flimsy bristle brush.
Good information. Good information.
Thank you so much. We're at number 3 now. Let's see. Let's go to number 2. Number 2, most important thing I can share with parents about combating summer madness, oral health madness, is to sort of supervise and be the nighttime brushing coach for your children. that may be the only time that they brush, really and truly. We'd love for it to be twice a day, and that's what we promote, brushing after breakfast as opposed to before breakfast. Parents, if you hear me, please raise your hands, your right hand. I'm going to ask you to take an oath with me right now. Will not make my children brush before breakfast because it is of no use. All right, thank you, parents. It is of no use. It does not do a thing. If they have brushed properly at nighttime, which is the ultimate most important time to brush and floss, they will not need to brush before their breakfast. In fact, it may even make them sick before their breakfast. I don't know if you remember, Sheree, but I do. Brushing before breakfast, oh, my God, the worst stomach ache. And then I couldn't eat my breakfast. And
that's true. I used to get nauseous.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I used to get nauseous, and so I used to have to carry my toothbrush to work, even as an adult. Yeah.
That's it. And if the children are wearing uniforms, those pretty navy blue sweaters and maroon sweaters, you know, toothpaste on those sweaters does not come off easily. You can't just wet a washcloth or a towel and wipe that off. It's there. Okay? So let's save ourselves some anguish as well. Let them rinse out before breakfast, eat their breakfast, and then brush either in the car or perhaps very quickly before they leave the house. After breakfast is more important. They'll get the plaque off, and that will be great for the next 12 hours that they brush. They may not brush again until 12 hours later. And they're going to be cavity-prone by virtue of biologics, okay, until they're about 19 years old. There's nothing we can do about that. So we might as well try to recommend brushing strategically and timing it just right. So after breakfast, we'll cover them for, the time until they eat their lunch. If they're not able to brush after lunch, then they may do it when they come in from school, 4 or 5, and then again before they go to bed at night, which is the same time that they floss. Most important time. Okay, 2. We're still working with 2. For years, they should be seeing their dentist and their hygienist for exams with the dentist, cleaning, x-rays, fluoride treatment, review of oral hygiene instructions, how to brush, how to floss, how to take care of the braces. Okay, there are all kinds of tricks and tips that they'll learn at those twice-a-year appointments. And to remove deposits that can cause cavities if left on too long, that can cause gum inflammation or gingivitis, that can cause bone loss. Okay, even though children are not in the bone loss category per se, as they mature, they will be. They are definitely in the cavity-prone area. So it will help to keep them cavity-free if they are learning those tricks and tips from the hygienist and getting a nice review and coaching at home. Okay, twice in number 2, I can recommend this. Focusing on reducing the snacks, and this is the tricky part for the summertime, reducing the snacks that your children eat. 2 is what we set our sights on for something that's good and workable. Right now in this country, Sheree, I know you're well aware, we are snacking way too much. We're eating everything in sight 3, 4, 5, and 6 times a day, and it's not sugar-free. It's not low in fat, not low in sodium, and it really does wreck young teeth, which, again, are going to be cavity-prone and softer than adult teeth until they're about 18, 19 years old, which is why we recommend a fluoride toothpaste and fluoride treatments at the dental office. Fluoride is like a dental vitamin that bolsters the enamel, making it less penetratable to mouth acids, food acids. Fluoride in toothpaste is a plus. And, of course, reducing the sugar in our diets and reducing snacking is a plus. What happens when we snack is that we actually start up about 20 minutes of acid production on our teeth. And that's every time we snack, right? So if we're eating a bag of donuts, okay, and we're eating them all at once, that, believe it or not, I'm not promoting it, but it would be better to eat that snack all in one as opposed to eating one now, 1 2 hours from now, 1 3 hours from then, you know what I mean? Because each time we put food in our mouth, we're starting up acid production, which takes 20 minutes it takes 20 minutes for the acid production to begin to last for hours. And on young forming teeth, young formative teeth, that's murder. That's decay, without a doubt. So that's why we recommend
is that only with sugar or with anything we eat that the acid production?
Exactly. It is anything that we eat, acid production, but especially with sucrose, with sugar, with sugary products. And I will tell you this, if there were a snack at the bottom of the list, it would probably be potato chips because it breaks down very, very quickly and turns into acid, of course, that's not kind to young teeth. Another bad snack that would be at the top of the list would be popcorn and or tortilla chips. Corn products break down less. They don't break down as quickly. The acid is not as potent, and it's not as fastly produced. So there's a snack hierarchy, if you will.
Right.
And fruits and vegetables, of course, parents, are at the top of the list. Fruits, vegetables, water, yogurt products, if the children are not lactose intolerant. Milk products, if they're not. Almond milk, soy milk, those kinds of things. Burger, grilled meat, protein foods would be better. Cheese and crackers. Okay, you've got the cheese to counteract the acid production. So there's a hierarchy to snacks.
Wow, this is some really good information. Wow.
Thank you. And last but not least, we talked about brushing. I meant to mention this. Twice a day with the brushing is about all we're going to really and truly get. If we get twice a day, that is really exceptional. 2 minutes is what we're asking. 2-minute timers are good. Brushing 10 times is good. That ends up being about 3 minutes. And there's nothing wrong with giving a nice 3-minute brush at nighttime. Okay, brushing all of the day's teeth off. So if there's only going to be one time a day that your child can brush, let it be nighttime. And parents, I ask you to be the nighttime brushing coach. Okay, which means you stand there, you watch, you jump in, and you have to know how to do it. Okay, so this is what we do. For the chewing teeth, the molars, you're going to scrub them 10 times every 2 teeth back and forth. We've been doing that since we were 2, I'm sure. That gets the plaque, the acids, as much as we can out of the grooves of the teeth. You're going to brush the outside of the children in circular motions 10 times every 2 teeth, top and bottom, inside, all the fronts of the teeth. Then behind the lower front teeth and behind the upper front teeth, that's like from the canine tooth to the other canine, they need to be brushed with the toothbrush in a vertical upside-down position, up and out, if you can just imagine it. Vertical position in the front part of your mouth behind where the tongue is, come up and out on those lower front teeth, come up and out on the upper front teeth behind those teeth. Okay, then you're going to brush your gums because they do a fine job in supporting and covering the bone that helps support your teeth. You're going to brush your gums, not so that you make them bleed, not so that you're hurting them, and not so that you're scrubbing them back and forth. You're going to actually just sweep up from the bottom of the lip area up and out, just like that, all the way around. You're going to brush your cheeks. You're going to brush the area that connects your lips and your gums. We call that the vestibule area. You're going to brush the roof of your mouth. And most importantly, you are going to brush your tongue. The tongue, Cherie, young tongues have found out in a study at nursing homes is that the seniors were not brushing their tongues and may not have had that knowledge, and they were leaving tons and tons of food on their plate. Okay, so the nursing home is losing money, and that's the bottom line when you're taking care of people in locations, hospitals, nursing homes. So what they did was they had a dental team come in, and they started instructing tongue scraping, tongue brushing. Guess what happened? They had so many members of the Clean Plate Club, it was not even funny. Okay, so what happened was when the plaque was taken off of the taste buds, they could taste the food. Their appetite came back. So in addition to having a nice smelling mouth, you're going to brush your children, you're going to ask them to brush their tongues and enjoy their food. All right, and that's like brushing after breakfast, before bed, and that works real well. Okay, number one.
Right.
We're up to number one.
Okay.
Number one tip to combat summer madness from the dental perspective, parents, is to instruct and make sure, coach your children through a good flossing routine at nighttime. Don't try this in the morning. There's not enough time. It's also null and void in the morning. We just don't have time. I mean, we're trying to be reasonable. You know what I mean? If we overload ourselves with too many things to do all throughout the day, guess what? Nothing will get done. So,
Janice, I'm all wrong. I'm doing things backwards. I'm learning a lot from you.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to from this point forward. So, flossing, Cherie, we've been teaching now. It is better. It is more effective. It is more efficient and more accessible to recommend the flossers. They look like little swords with a piece of floss, a little piece of thread in between. I know we know what those are. They're all over. You can get them at your favorite stores, including your grocery stores. So you use that either before you brush or after. Doesn't matter. Guess where my favorite place is to floss? And I encourage parents to try this and have your children try it. In my bed.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
In my bed. You have the flosser next to you on your night table stand. You do it there. A lot of parents spend a lot of time on the computer. Put your flossers right there. Inordinate amounts of time looking at TV. Put them there. All you have to do is reach for them. And if you're on the road like I am and in your car, put them in your car, in your ashtray or wherever you like to put them in your car. You can do it in your car. You can do it anywhere. A lot of men like to combine their hygiene techniques with in the shower. So put them in the shower caddy. The idea is that when you see your flosser and you know you haven't used it, bam, there it is. You can do it anywhere. Okay, except I would not recommend the kitchen or the dining room table. Not around food. Not around food. But you can do it anywhere and instruct your children to do the same. In the backpack, recommend nice toothbrush for your children and a flosser. Okay, especially for children who are mobile on the weekends and even after school. They are going to their friends' homes, grandma's house, coming home, which means the longer they're out, the more acid production, the more potential for decay is there. So you want to have your children protected by having them with their tools in their backpack. The backpack toothbrush, the backpack flosser. I'm a firm believer in having a brush and floss in your glove compartment. We kidnap our children on the weekends. I know we do. And we're out 12 hours. We're eating everything we want. I can't, we have no control. Dental professionals don't have any control over what we eat, what your family eats, but we can recommend how to combat, and that's to have your proper tools.
Wow. This has been some great information. I'm just going to recap quickly. So if anyone is just tuning in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, we are talking with Janyce Jefferson. She's the dental hygiene coordinator of Colgate, Palmolive, Bright Smiles, Bright Futures, their mobile van, and she's been a part of the Let's Get Serious Expo for 2 years now. And we were just talking about the effect that smiling can have on your mood. So if you smile at someone, you could be brightening their day, and vice versa. It helps to reduce stress. But we got to make sure you don't have jacked up teeth. So Janyce was helping us, and she's also helping us with summertime is right around the corner. So she told us 5 ways to combat the summer oral health madness. So, the kids are sitting around for the summer. They are playing that game. They're out and about. They're gone to camp. They're playing sports. They're doing so many things that dental hygiene can be the thing that suffers. So she gave us 5 ways to combat that summer oral health madness. We're going to start with 5. So 5 was 5 fruits daily. So think in threes. Think in the colors. Think colors and 3 fruits at, each setting. So 5 fruits daily, 4 veggies daily. Make sure you mix up those colors and think in threes. So 3 colors, 3 veggies, or 3 colors, 3 fruits. Number 3 was 3 toothbrushes. Every 3 months you should be changing your toothbrush, and also have 1 toothbrush for after breakfast, 1 in your bag, and 1 for bedtime. Make sure you're brushing for at least 2 minutes. Don't brush before breakfast. It can cause you to get sick, and also it's pointless because, you haven't eaten anything yet, so you want to get all that stuff off after the fact. So make sure you're brushing at night as well. You want to remove all those deposits, so brush at least 2 times a day. If you can do more, then you're doing wonderful. And just reduce those snacks down to 2 snacks a day. because you want to make sure you're brushing too after you're eating those snacks, because you don't want that acid reduction to start eating away at the enamel of your teeth. And then she told us to monitor. Let's see.
Flossing.
I couldn't remember my own writing. Look, I couldn't see my own writing, Janice. I was writing so fast I couldn't. She told us to make sure we floss. That's what she said. Make sure you floss. Make sure you floss at night, not during the day. Throw some floss in your bag, in your car, wherever you are, and then that'll help you with combating the summer oral health madness. I'm going to post these tips on my Facebook, and I'm going to tag Janice, so everybody, if you have any questions or anything, you can always get in touch with her. If you have a question or comment now, just press 1. We'll get you queued to speak with Janice. We're going to take a commercial break in about 5 more minutes, and in about 5 minutes we'll take a commercial break now. And then when we come back, Janice, we'll wrap up with you, and we'll find out how people can get more information about what you do. Don't go anywhere, everyone. You're tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield on Maybe Help You Radio Network.
Hi, this is Benita with Off the Vine. Join us on Fridays at 3 o'clock for fun talk about wine. This season, I'm going to put this little sommelier certification to work as we expand the conversation to talk about beer and spirits too. Meet more exciting special guests, and you never know just who may show up at the studio. Off the Vine with Benita on the Maybe Help You Radio Network, giving you something to whine about.
The Queen Esther Radio Show is live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me, Jessica Taylor,
and me, Jason Mosley, to be entertained by authors, artists, and spiritual leaders.
We look forward to being a blessing in your life every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Only on the MWHY Radio Network.
Hello, I'm Sherelle of Fit and Flow Yoga Radio. Wake up with me every Friday at 6 a.m. and have a wonderful yoga experience. We'll explore meditation and discuss how various yoga postures can help relieve your everyday stress. We'll also make the connection between our faith and wellness. Follow us on Spreaker.com to tune into the show. That's Spreaker, SPREAKER.com. And also search MWHY Radio to join me every Friday at 6 a.m. for Fit and Flow Yoga Radio with Sherelle. And until next time, surrender to your strength and always embrace your flow.
Are you frustrated, disappointed, discouraged with your life? Are you angry with God? What's holding you back from fulfilling your purpose? Are you struggling as a leader in ministry? Do you believe you have an end-time calling? If you answered yes to any of these questions, tune in to The Waymakers on MWHY Radio Network every other Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are here to support you. Join us to get the answers that will prepare the way of the Lord in your life.
All right, we're back, and you're tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager, and we're talking about having healthy smiles, having those beautiful teeth, and we are live with Janyce Jefferson of Colgate-Palmolive Bright Smiles, Bright Futures mobile van. And Janyce, I'm telling you, you gave us so much information. You should have seen me trying to write all of it down. But I got the main points. I'm going to post them on my Facebook and on my Twitter account. So if anybody missed any of them, because I was writing fast, but it was some good information because I just found out I was doing stuff wrong, Janyce. I was doing it wrong, but I'm gonna fix it now.
That's all right. Starting tonight, it's going to be done right.
It's going to be on and popping. I'm getting the floss. I'm not going to wet my toothbrush.
All righty then.
And I'm going to time it. I'm going to time it for 2 minutes. Tell everyone how they can get in touch with you, so that if they have any other dental questions or they would like to talk to you about Colgate-Palmolive, how they can get in touch with you. Yes,
indeed. Please email me at Janyce Faye, Janyce, Faye, Faye, at iCloud.com. Janyce Faye at iCloud.com. And a number in case they would like to book the dental van for 100 children or more. You may call Connie Reese, like Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, at 202-258-9471. She'll be happy to find a date with you, and our services are totally free. Our vans are staffed by dental professionals. Use that. And totally free, a free goodie bag with toothbrush, brushing instructions, brushing charts, a little sachet of Colgate toothpaste. It's just a wonderful program. We're the Washington team. Baltimore has just gotten a brand new $500,000 van. Please call Connie. Yes, call Connie Reese right away. Book your event. We come out for all events, family reunions, 100 children we need, summer camp, horse riding camp, sports camp. We are partners with Six Flags. We are The Link. We're partners with Walmart. We're partners with Kmart. We're at Kroger's, Giant Food. We're partners with many people, the military, churches. So we will come to your church family day picnic. We will come anywhere where there are 100 children or more.
All right. Thank you so much, Janyce, for your time. I know you said you're out and about. I can hear the traffic behind you.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you so much for giving us some time. We really, really appreciate it. The information you gave was very valuable. I'm going to tag you on. Thank you very much for having us. You are welcome. I'm going to tag you on my Facebook page with all these great tips so that everyone will know where they came from. I won't take credit for that. Well, I look forward to seeing you in the near future.
Very, very soon.
Yes, very soon.
I wish you a great continuance of sharing information, stressing less, because this has had to be one of the most stress-less interviews I've ever done.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. Be sure to tune in to Stress Less Radio every Tuesday at 6 p.m., 6 to 7. It's an hour of education, relaxation, rejuvenation, and education. And as I promised you, you were going to get some juicy information today. My next guest, Miss Delayna K. Watkins, you all know her as Total Woman Wellness. She is just full of information about health, wellness. She makes sure that you even exercise during the day. She had my legs sore the other day when she started talking about doing squats in the middle of the day. I said, I'm going to get her when I see her again. But she's all about keeping us healthy. We know that women are more predisposed to heart attacks, and so this is the week that we need to talk to all the ladies. We need to make sure that you are getting your checkups, make sure you're taking care of yourself. So without further ado, I'd like to bring Delayna K. Watkins to the show. Hi, Delayna. How are you, girl?
There. Good evening. Hey, Cherie. How are you, Miss Stress Less?
That's right. Stress Less Radio in the house. So listen, Delayna, we're going to jump right in because we have a lot to share, and we in a short period of time, and I know that you have some good stuff I need to be writing down. So I'm going to let you do your thing.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, let me preface it by saying Janyce just gave me I'm doing that wrong, and my son was right about that. Two things. First, about wetting the toothbrush. The second was my son always says, I'm not going to brush my teeth before I eat breakfast. It just makes me gag. So he likes to eat breakfast and then brush.
Wow.
So I'm not going to tell him that he was right to do that. So, yes. So tell Janyce, absolutely. I'm glad I tuned in for the first segment of the show. But, yes, Cherie, you are absolutely right. I'm going to jump right in because, we got a lot to share, like you said, and a little bit of time. So,
yes.
Mother's Day kicks off National Women's Health Week. So, ladies, this is the time that nationally all women should be tuned in to their health. And so I love to take advantage of this week and just kind of flood women with, lots of health, wellness, and fitness information. So during this week, the expectation is that you will tune into your own health, celebrate your health. And you can do so by making sure that you schedule your annual Well Woman visit. Now, here's what I like to tell women, because we tend to forget, but we don't forget our birthday, right? So we know in which month your birthday falls. So why not schedule your Well Woman visit during your birth month? You can celebrate your birthday and celebrate your health at the same time. I mean, be grateful that you're here, celebrate your health, get your checkup, find out where you are. That's number one. The second thing, of course, is to usually by this time, Cherie, we've all made those New Year's resolutions about we're going to change this, we're going to stop this, we're going to do more of this or less of that. Usually around May, those things kind of wear off. And so this is your opportunity, again, during National Women's Health Week to kick that off, to kind of give it some steam, revitalize it, give it a little bit of CPR, and begin to do those things that you set in motion to improve your health. Get active and eat better. So this is like what I want. I like women to kind of do what I call a total reset during this week of National Women's Health Week. And there's a lot of different things that you can do to kind of kick that off. Check out what it is that you know that you have tried and don't really care for. Then, kind of abandon those things and look at other stuff that you could be doing as far as getting active is concerned. It's, we're in spring, so it's warmer weather, more outdoors activities. Cherie, I'm specifically going to take up bike riding. Pray for me. Don't worry, I'm going to have a helmet on, knee pads, arm pads, all of that. But that's something different, because you get tired of doing like the same old routine. So I'm going to do something different. I always try to mix it up. So I'm bike shopping now. So I want to try to find a nice fitness bike. I'm not doing it for to do a bike-a-thon or anything like that. I just want to kind of mix up my fitness because you kind of get tired of doing the same old things. I want to do something a little different. So whatever interests you, whether you want to do skating, dancing, try hand dancing, line dancing, anything that will raise your heart rate, ladies, try it out. And Cherie, I know you like to do kickboxing. That's a big thing that you like to do. If
I like to dance too, Delayna. I like to dance.
Yes, yeah. See? And that's me. I like to dance. I'm a dancer, and that counts, ladies. All of that counts. The gym is not the only place to raise your heart rate. You can raise your heart rate without leaving your house. And so those are the things that you have to be able to kind of think through when you talk about, your fitness. Stop, kind of putting up that roadblock to feel like you have to be, in a gym setting. You can create right in your own home some different things that you can do as well as in your neighborhood. You don't even have to leave out your court if you don't want to, or your neighborhood to really just get out there and raise your heart rate. So that's the kind of stuff that I want you to be thinking about during National Women's Health Week. And then, Cherie, there's one more thing that we don't think about when we think about health, wellness, and fitness, and that is unhealthy behaviors. And there's a couple things that fall in that category. That's going to be smoking, drinking excessive alcohol, wearing a seatbelt, and then, like I talked about earlier, wearing a helmet and things like that, protective gear when you're engaging in activities that require that. Those are what we call unhealthy activities that lend to accidents and injury. So during this week, take an evaluation of what you're doing and, again, change those behaviors and or shift them into high gear. Decide to make sure that if you're not wearing your seatbelt, that you are. If you are smoking, try to look for a smoking cessation program that will, get you on the path to stop smoking. Because honestly, like Cherie said, 1 in 3 as far as heart disease, and smoking does not, favorably work in your, favor when you're talking about heart disease. It really kicks it up there. As far as your risk when you're talking about developing heart disease as well as, respiratory issues and all of that. So,
and Delayna, I have another healthy tip. No tweeting and texting while you're driving.
Yes.
And no selfies while you're driving.
Oh, I violate that. Well, I do. I've gotten better. I have truly gotten better. But this is what I want the ladies to do. Everything that me and Chere just shared for you, it's on womenshealth.gov. And there's a pledge there that you can take that will show the world, as well as sort of like an accountability to yourself, that this is something that you're serious about. And you just take the pledge. All you do is everything is electronic. You just go in, put your name in, I think, and you just put your email, and I think you put in the city or state where you live, and that's it. And it shows that you are committed to your health, wellness, and fitness. That's it. So I challenge you, everybody out there listening to Stress Less Radio, I challenge you to take the pledge during National Women's Health Week that you will kick your health and wellness into high gear. So
I love it. I love
it. Yeah, absolutely.
And we recently went to the Go Red for Women, their day party, and we thought we were going to sit down and get some information. And Delayna, to our surprise, they were actually partying in the daytime. They had the DJ, and everything was about getting up and moving. So whatever you're doing, I don't care if you just have to shake it in your car, get your heart rate up because you're dancing in your car. Whatever it is, just do something to look forward to your heart health. I recently told my mom to start walking every day. So every day I come in, I'm like, did you walk?
Yeah.
And so she's like, oh, I forgot. I was like, it's not too late. Go on and take a walk. You know, anything that helps to improve your heart health, you got to get to moving.
Yeah, and ladies, you will reap the rewards. I promise you. You will begin to feel better. Your endurance, you will sleep better. You know, that's it. For the mental health benefits of it, you know, Chere, Miss Stress Manager herself, will tell you that, you know, if you engage in physical activity, you will get a better night's sleep than those individuals that don't raise their heart rates. There are, like, I don't even know how many different hormones that are released when we are engaging in physical activity. At the same time, it allows you to think. It allows you to be more creative. Those things that you have on your to-do list when you're working out, all of that stuff just clears for me. I get some of the most creative ideas dropped in my brain and in my spirit when I am working out. You just, you know, doing that will really kind of like, I call it like an unclog when you're kind of like doing a physical activity because you're really focused on that. So there's more benefits than just the physical part of moving. You know, it's the creativity. It's the, you know, people will say, there's this joke about, you know, retail therapy. Well, physical therapy or, you know, engaging in activity is also just as rewarding as retail therapy. It really does make you feel better. And like I said, sleep better. And just it's a mental relaxation as well. And oftentimes people don't see the benefits of that. You know, they just think about the fact that they're going to, you know, have to engage in physical activity and like, oh, my gosh, I don't want to do that. But I promise you, even if you just move for 30 minutes, you will reap the rewards of the physical activity. I can't stress it enough, and there's no way for me to show you because I will get the feeling. You have to engage in it and reap the rewards for yourself.
Indeed, indeed. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, Delayna, we'll get you to wrap it up. Just repeat a couple of those tips that you gave to maintain a healthy lifestyle for women. And men can also benefit from these tips that you're giving as well. But we'll have you recap. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager, on May We Help You Radio Network.
May promises to be an exceptional month for Spirit Journeys Radio. And I'm Rita Ricks, inviting you to share in the fun. Our theme this month is Thoughts Are Power, and believe me, they truly are. May 5th, I'll share my understanding of the law of attraction and give you examples of how my thoughts have created my reality. And we'll weave this theme through every show. May 12th is the 1-year anniversary of Spirit Journeys Radio. And I want you to call in to please say hello. It's open mic night, so call in to show your support. And I already appreciate you. May 19th, my guest is Sandra Janyce, founder of E-Women Network, the premier women's business network in North America. She's going to be in Richmond May 28th to celebrate our newly formed Richmond chapter. May 26th, Heather Todd, managing director of our new chapter, is my guest, and she's going to share her journey as well as her thoughts. She and I will compare notes about the benefits of being a member of eWomen Network. A full month of high energy, powerful ideas and how they manifest, celebration of my great relationship with MWHY Radio, and more. Join me all month. I'm Rita, speaking to your spirit.
Hi, my name is Letitia M., owner of May We Help You Network. I want to thank you for joining us and enjoying our hosts here on MWHY Radio Network. Please visit us online at mwhyradio.com and like us on facebook.com/MWHY Radio. Tune in to learn more about our hosts and upcoming contests and our TV programming that will be coming to you soon. MWHY Radio, bringing together business, community, and you.
We're back, and you're tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the stress manager, and Total Woman Wellness owner, Delayna K. Watkins. Delayna's given us some ways to raise those heart rates so that we can be around for a long time. 1 in 3 women suffer from a heart attack. 1 in 3. So look to your left, look to your right. You might be it if you're not doing what you need to do in order to have a healthy heart. So, Delayna, please tell everyone how they can get in touch with you and just recap some of the things that we talked about if anyone's just tuning in.
Absolutely. For anyone who's just tuning in, I was sharing that National Women's Health Week kicked off on Mother's Day, and it runs from May 10th through May 16th. So during this time, there are a couple of things that really women should do to celebrate their health and make sure that they are tuned into their health and doing things that will lead to longevity so that they don't become that 1 in 3 as far as heart disease is concerned. And that is, schedule your well woman visit. If this is something that is difficult for you to remember to do, I always encourage women to do it during their birthday month. This way you are celebrating your birthday and celebrating your health at the same time. Secondly, make sure you are getting active. And the key is just to be active. Do something that you enjoy, explore, try something new or different. Just move for a minimum of 30 to 45 minutes a day. That kind of, if you're just starting out, shoot for 30. Once you've been doing it for a little while, kick it up to about 45. Continue to challenge yourself and raise your heart rate. Third, make sure that you are making changes to eat healthier. Janyce earlier was sharing about incorporating fruits and vegetables. It's really easy, especially during this time because we're in spring and summer, so our fruits are very colorful. So what I say is strive to eat color and drink clear. So that's going to be your water. So it's eat the rainbow, eat colorful, and drink clear. Those 3 major things, ladies, is what I would love for you to focus on during this week. Other things, too, that fall under that is what we call unhealthy behaviors, and that is to look at getting into a smoking cessation program if you are a smoker, making sure that excessive alcohol is not in, part of your lifestyle, no texting and selfies while you're driving, and then wearing your helmet or any protective gear when we're engaging in, again, those outdoor activities, and wearing your seatbelt when driving. So those are what we call unhealthy behaviors or preventive things that you can do so that we don't have accident or injury and or increase our risk, again, with the smoking and drinking. And that's how we're going to celebrate, ladies. We want you all around for a really long time. And then, Chere, we had injected earlier about how, again, the activity will help with you stressing less and sleeping better. So there are some benefits to it other than just the physical stuff that we tend to think about when we get active and move. So that's what I encourage you to do, ladies. for during this week, and grab a woman or two. Cherie talked about how we look to our left and look to our right when we are, talking about the 1 in 3 for heart disease. Well, again, I challenge you to take the pledge, and then I'll up the ante one, and I'll have you look to your left and look to your right, find 2 women and tell them about National Women's Health Week and give them some tips on some things that you heard here today that they can do to also increase or improve their healthy lifestyle.
Thank you so much, Delayna. Thank you so much. What great information. This has been an amazing show tonight on Stress Less Radio. Delayna, tell everyone how they can reach you and if they have questions about heart health or getting to know about women's wellness and total woman wellness, how they can reach you.
Absolutely. I'm on every social media platform as Delayna K. Watkins. That's Delayna K. Watkins on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and Google+. I'm finally getting to do a little bit more on Google+. But, yes, across all platforms. You can also tune in here to Make Me Help You Radio on Wednesdays at 12 noon. As Cherie said, I do physically fit commercial breaks, so I make you move during lunch. You can grab your lunch and join me, and then I give you some physically fit commercial breaks. I also do a couple of hashtag Ask the Nurse questions. So if you're not able to shoot me a question or be on live, just shoot me or do a hashtag Ask the Nurse Twitter question, and I will most certainly, I love some of the questions I get and read them on air live. Also, I want to take this time too, Cherie, before we close out real quick to say thank you for being a sponsor. Chere Cofield International is a sponsor for an event that I am hosting to celebrate National Women's Health Week on tomorrow, May 13th. So I appreciate you. Chere has been a big support and another colleague, again, in the community, making an impact for health, wellness, and fitness in our community.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Thank you so much for your time. If you want to reach Delayna, also just look on my social media site. If you don't know how to spell her name or you missed something, I will definitely tag her, and then you can just click on there and friend her and get some more information. She's my sister in wellness. She's also a registered nurse, and so we work hand in hand to bring wellness to the community. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in this evening to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield. My, how the time flies when you're having fun. We had 2 dynamic guests, Miss Janyce Jefferson and Delayna K. Watkins, who talked to us about total wellness from your smile right on down to your heart. So make sure you tune in every week on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Be sure to follow me on social media, Chere Cofield INT, and my website, ChereCofieldInternational.com. Make sure you take that free stress quiz and also sign up for my monthly newsletter. Remember, stress comes from challenges being greater than our ability to deal with them. Tune in every Tuesday at 6 p.m. to Stress Less Radio, where you can get relaxed, rejuvenated, and educated on how to manage your stress. Until the next time, stay well.